Circularity principles. According to the EEA's European Topic Centre on Waste and Materials in a Green Economy, Europeans' textile consumption is estimated to an average of 26 kilograms of textiles per person, per year. The items are used less than in the past. Clothing, shoes and household textiles are among the top worst ranked in pressure category, for use of primary resources, gas emissions, raw materials and water usage. Reducing the environmental and climate pressures and impacts from textiles production and consumption, while maintaining economic and social benefits, will need a systemic change towards circularity. The concept of circular economy is one that redesigns the idea of fabrication of materials in favor of as much repurpose and recycling as possible. Textile waste has an impact on several aspects of environment like water, energy use, solid waste production and use of chemicals. To deal with this, Anna Brisma, in the Green Strategy, identified 16 key principles in order to support a more sustainable circular fashion and textile industry. The principles are equally applicable to everyday clothing, accessories, sportswear, haute couture, interior design, and can be implemented by both manufacturers and consumers. According to Dr. Brisma, out of the 16 principles, the first 13 are from the producer perspective, and these are: design, with a purpose; for longevity; for resource efficiency; for biodegradability; for recyclability; source and produce, more locally; without toxicity; with efficiency; with renewables; with good ethics; provide services to support long life; reuse, recycle or compost all remains; collaborate well and widely. The remaining 3 principles are for the side of the consumer, and are: use, wash and repair with care; consider rent, loan, swap, second-hand or redesign instead of buying new; buy quality as opposed to quantity. It is important to mention that the principle referred to reuse, recycle or compost is highly relevant from both a consumer and a producer perspective. Most actors, in both industry and market, agree that our modern society needs to develop in more sustainable ways. Despite the growing interest in sustainability, however, there cannot be any specific definition of sustainable fashion, since it can take many different forms and shapes. As a starting point, though, we can refer to sustainable fashion as the clothing, accessories and shoes that are manufactured, marketed and used in the most sustainable manner, taking into account the environmental and socio-economic aspects. It actually implies the constant work to improve all stages of a product's manufacturing, time of consumption and disposal methods, after the end of its life. An organizational approach to a sustainable fashion industry can start by analyzing the supply chain management through a sustainability point of view. The supply chain is affected by intra-organizational issues, referred to the internal organization of each actor, and inter-organizational issues, concerning the quality of the relationship among the actors of the supply chain. In both cases, the supply chain is transitioning from the linear, traditional shape to a circular sustainable management, creating a continuous work on providing both environmental and social sustainability alongside economic growth.